Matthew Sheets.
Susan Ball.
Vicki Nett.
Lyndon Nett.
Tom Smith.
Mitch Smith.
Madonna Austin.
Hi, my name is Bogahdah Ball, and when I was younger, I was as carefree a kid as any other middle-class kid living in Oklahoma. I had a pretty typical upbringing. I had two hardworking parents. I had two siblings, an older sister and a younger brother. My parents did get divorced when I was about 8 years old, and my mother decided to move to Colorado. So I did most of my growing up in Colorado with my mom. Poor lady. I was a pretty good kid, though. I didn't get into a whole lot of trouble, but I was a pretty typical moody teenager. I was an AB student. I was average, middle of the road. Nothing really exemplary, I'd say. No overachiever here. Today I'd like to tell you about the one experience, though, that changed all of that. The single most terrifying and yet rewarding experience of my life. Life changed forever for me when I found out that I was to become something that I never thought I would be. I found out that I was to become a mother, and I was petrified. As with most parents, I remember most of the details of that fateful 9-month period of my life, but I can't begin to describe the devastation that I felt. I remember crying when I found out that I was going to have a baby. I had decided long before then that I was never going to have children. I was never what you would consider a kid person. I was thinking, what was I going to do with the baby? How could I bring a baby into this sick and evil world? And that was just some of the things that were going through my head at that time. My world was turned utterly upside down. Motherhood challenged every aspect of who I was. I was young, I was selfish, I was lazy. I lived in a spur-of-the-moment type of lifestyle, a live by the seat of your pants. I did what I wanted when I wanted. I was 19 years old. I had my own apartment, a car. I was going to work and going to school. I was having the time of my life, and then all of a sudden, I'm going to be responsible for this tiny person. I had to learn really quickly that it wasn't all about me anymore. And now, 7 years later, I still deal with challenges to this day. I still have a bad habit of being lazy at home, and as many of you know, I also have a tendency to be a bit of a workaholic. I'm still a dreamer, and I can't tell you how many times I've used the phrase, if only I didn't have Valora. Valora's my daughter. But I can tell you that it's a matter of perspective whenever you look at that thought. Because I can tell you, I could say yes. That if I didn't have Valora, I could have any job that I wanted. I could live anywhere that I wanted. If I didn't have Valora, maybe I'd have a little bit more money to burn. But at the same time, I can say if I didn't have Valora, I wouldn't be the same person that I am today. I wouldn't have that beautiful face, to wake up to every morning. I wouldn't have, that crazy personality that makes me laugh and appreciate life the way that I do today. Though I've had some amazing adventures so far, I can honestly say that being a motherhood, is the most rewarding experience of my life. Being a mother has made me grow up in so many ways. Being a mother to that little girl makes me strive to be a better person because I want to lead by example. I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional. That little girl makes my heart sing every time I look at her. And I can only hope that everyone has the opportunity to experience that type of fulfillment at some point in their life.